Hey guys, it's me Cosmic, and today we are going to talk about fursuits. Now, what are fursuits? Well, fursuits are custom-made costumes of your fursona. I do have a video about fursonas if you are interested, so I won't get into them here. The term fursuit may have been coined back in 1993 by Robert King, if Wikipedia is to be believed. So, what is the appeal of a fursuit? Well, here are some of the most common reasons. Everybody has their own reasons, but as far as I can tell, these are the common ones. The creative and artistic reason. Fursuits are a form of self-expression and art. Now, art value tends to be in the beholder, and not everyone likes the same art, obviously. And in fairness, some suits are very crappy, some are incredibly nice, some can be more of a status symbol at times, but in general, fursuits are a pretty good way of self-expression and expression of artistic capability as well. It's literally wearing a form of art on your body. The personal slash individual reason for the suit owner, it allows them to express themselves and get away with things that they wouldn't normally be able to do so. It's like being a masked or suited performer. When you see a stormtrooper in a Star Wars themed show, you expect them to act like a stormtrooper would. Just as you would expect a fluffy man-sized dog to act all cutesy and goofy and stuff. And because most of the time fursuiters are accompanied by other fursuiters or furries that aren't wearing a fursuit, they can allow their more goofy side to come out without worrying about unnecessarily harsh judgment. Another reason would be a fursuit is how you can bring your fursona, just in case you don't know, a fursona is an OC, original character, into the real world, and temporarily be your fursona, which can feel amazing personally. Now, personally, I can't wait for the day I get to commission a partial fursuit of Terra one day. But yeah, that's probably gonna take a while. Now, let's get to fursuiting terms and styles. There are quite a lot of fursuit styles. I'll start with my favorite, which is partial fursuits. Partials usually consist of a head, hand paws, and a tail. Full partial fursuits also include feet, paws, and other accessories if your fursona includes them. For example, wings. Full suits are, well, the name says it all. It's a full fursuit that is iconic to the fandom. However, I'm pretty sure partials are more common than full suits are. Full suits are usually what you see when you go on Google and type in fursuit. It's iconic. You also have quadruped and digitigrade fursuits, which are quite interesting to see and quite creative now that I think about it, but I'm pretty sure they are the rarest ones to come by, simply because of how difficult and expensive those are to make, for honest and obvious reasons. Fursuits also come in many aesthetic styles. The most common one is toonie. It's the one that you usually see when you type furry in Google Images, once again. However, there are many other styles as well, such as realistic, semi-realistic, creepy / scary. You also have skull dogs. Now, you most likely have already seen many skull dogs as well as skull cats, because they are quite popular and for good reason. They are pretty cool looking. Dino masks. Now let's get to dino masks. Dino masks are a very new thing, and as the name pretty much says, they are Jurassic Park dinosaur masks. They are mostly popular amongst younger furries since they are easier to access and much easier to modify. in comparison to a proper fursuit. I guess the word proper isn't exactly, the correct term, but you get what I mean. And my favorite, kimono. Keep in mind there are more styles than just those. I'm just going with those because they are the ones at the top of my head right now. Now let's get to how fursuiters get their fursuits. Well, there are two ways of it. One is commissioning it, and the second, making it yourself. When you commission a fursuit maker, you usually provide them a fursuit-friendly ref sheet. And from there, well, the artist will go ahead and make their art. Now, when it comes to purchasing a fursuit, I repeat, do not purchase a fursuit from Amazon or Temu and so on. This is because most of the time it's a scam. And the very rare instances where it really is a fursuit, it looks nothing like what is advertised. But the third reason is because buying these also takes away the income from a fellow furry that is also a fursuit maker. Now obviously, if a fursuit maker that you prefer does say that they do sell things on Amazon, Temu, and so on, then I guess you can go with it since the chances of it being a scam are much less likely. But I would still prefer to, not prefer, but suggest that you go with an air of caution and, get it from the fursuit maker themselves. When it comes to making your own fursuit, you can learn how to, but make no mistake, it is nowhere near as easy as just grabbing a dino mask, gluing ears on it, and then spray painting it. It is nowhere near that easy. Now, you probably already know that fursuits can be super expensive. They can cost a fortune. And for the most part, yeah, that is fairly true. But something that people tend to forget is that it's expensive because it is very high quality and it actually looks the way that you want it to. You can, in fact, find fursuits that are on the cheaper side. However, if you are going to get those cheaper fursuits, do not expect them to be high quality, nor expect them to be super good looking, like the ones that you see in social media. They're not going to be as good as those ones, because, again, they're on the cheaper side.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details. You fucking...
Now let's get to talking about murrsuits. Oh boy. Now, one of the most common things you may have heard when asking what a furry is to those whom don't really know either, but they have heard about it on the internet, is that, they have these costumes that they love to have sex in. This is only partially true. The type of fursuit that is specifically used for sexual activities is called a murrsuit. Murrsuits will usually be modified for the sexual side, such as certain openings. Within the furry fandom, murrsuits are fairly taboo and there is a bit of drama revolving around it. My thoughts on the whole murrsuit situation is, okay, as long as they're not walking around with a murrsuit and a giant dragon cock, I won't care. Like, as long as they're in their privacy, in their own private spot, and it is between consenting adults, then go ahead, have your fun. Do whatever the hell you want. Oh, but murrsuits are, they're...
How about a nice big cup of shut the fuck up? Think before you open your stupid mouth, jackass!
It's nobody's business. The only time it is somebody else's business is when it's in a public setting. They're the ones that spent the money on that fursuit, so they can do whatever the hell they want with it. Once again, as long as it's in a private spot with a consenting individual, go crazy. I don't care. Alright, that's gonna be it for the fursuit video. I do hope it helped you learn more about the furry fandom or simply provide you with entertainment. I will see you later. Goodbye.